So, what a weekend. Leading into the weekend, what a weekend coming out of it. An uncertainty, let them know what was going on, and resign from them. Explain to them what I was going through. Something's telling me to ask you, what would it look like if I came to work full-time for you? It takes me right out of my comfort zone. And man, was at my ripe old age of 46, now that I tried this, or I forever held my peace, I didn't think it would happen this quick. You know when you think you got a plan and then it gets turned upside down, and all I can say is thank the Lord for it. Here comes some scary, exciting times. Email you today, and I want you to answer me yesterday.
Real talks, zero edits, just raw conversations on the go. Hot takes, zero breaks. New episodes every week. Subscribe wherever you listen.
Good morning. If you've been following for a while, I appreciate you. I thank you. If I could ask one favor of you, if you can find it within your heart to like, comment, subscribe, share, that would be very much appreciated. And if anything that I speak on or talk about resonates with you or someone that you love, then you please share with them and let them know that they're not the only ones that are going through their go-throughs, and there is help for them out there. I know many a time I've come across videos and it's helped me to lift my spirits and or makes better decisions, seek help in areas I wouldn't know of, and if you could do that one thing for me, that would be that would do me a huge favor. This morning is Tuesday, the day after the King's birthday holiday here in Auckland, New Zealand. And what a weekend. What a weekend leading into the weekend. What a week leading into the weekend. And then what a weekend coming out of it. I went into the weekend with an uncertainty of employment, and nothing was confirmed. And then on Friday afternoon, Friday evening, I resigned, spoke to my part-time gym employment, let them know what was going on, and then resigned from them, gave in my 2 weeks notice, spoke to the employment that I was going to go into part-time, about less than 30 hours. Explained to them what I was going through, again, because some circumstances had changed, and accepted their offer. And then comes Saturday night, one of a dear friend or a close friend of the family's I said to him, something's telling me to ask you, what would it look like if I came to work full time for you? And we spoke, we shared, and by the end of the conversation, I had accepted the opportunity to go to work for him, which means not only does it mean that income-wise we would be more stable, but it also means we get to build on this opportunity of building his business, as there is only himself, another brother, and me. And then there's, I think his wife handles the admin side. This opportunity allows me to it takes me right out of my comfort zone. And in terms of leaving it in God's hand, here we go. And man, all I can say is I was nervous, I'm scared, but it's the conditions are just right. Everything is at this current time, and the things that we're going through at the moment, it just seems that it was either now, I tried this at my ripe old age of 46, is it now that I tried this, or I forever held my peace. And for those who've been watching the previous episodes, the evidence here shows that it can be, I guess you can be successful anywhere, but the evidence in this business shows that you reap what you sow, but the opportunity that it gives for you to do things outside of the business is huge. so I even before going into the discussion, I weighed up in my mind what it might be, what it might look like for myself, for my family, and it was the right decision for us. Lo and behold, the owners of the business were, because we had previous talks, I would say, what's that, June? I would say early in the year, January, December, we had discussions about possibly stepping into this, but it was very it was just in conversation, because at the time the owner of the business was still in employment in a different industry, and it wasn't only until recently he decided to step away from it and do this full time. So even at the early stages of possibly doing this, it was to me, I didn't think it would happen this quick, but with everything happening in terms of my full-time employment being up in the air, and it's most likely going to go into liquidation, the opportunity that was presented for me was only part-time, and it seemed to like everything just seemed to point into the direction, everything just seemed to fall into place for me, that this was the decision, or this was the path moving forward that I needed to make. And man, what you know when you think you got a plan, and then it gets turned upside down, and then it gets turned upside down, inside out, and all I can say is I thank the Lord for this opportunity, that even now I'm still able to not only talk about this opportunity, but even the working side, just being able to think about it, being able to put the pieces together. Because let's be honest, mate, if he didn't have give me the spirit to even question the opportunity in terms of what would it look like for me to come full time for you, even having that spirit, I wouldn't be in the situation now where would be able to move forward with this opportunity. So having conversations with my wife, and her support was, as long as I'm doing something that I love and that I want to do, and I was thinking that the part-time opportunity in the gym industry was the it thing for me. Get a foot in the door, less than 30 hours a week to try to build on this opportunity and build on this passion, and as well as try to support the family and be the breadwinner of the family, and it seems like for me, when I added that situation up, I would have been, we both said, money's not the priority for us, and which is great, because we are not obsessed about chasing the money. But when push comes to shove, and I've seen it I've even seen it in my current up in the air employment, where the boys are behind on their rent because they were the main income, and because their income was used to pay the rent, and in the last few weeks the hours have been less and less and less, so much so that I think I only saw him twice last week, and in those 2 days they were not full days, not full shifts. So man, it's tough. And so although we say we don't chase money, when it push comes to shove, money is the thing that gets a lot of things done. And I know I've seen the example there, where if the focus is on money, then it's going to be a very hard sell, or a very hard thing to sustain and to uphold. And if money is the thing that you're chasing, but if you're chasing the thing that you love, money will look after itself. So, and if you're chasing the thing that you love, if you're doing the thing you love, then you never find the thing that you love, and you will never work a day in your life. And so I'm going into this new opportunity that I get to be surrounded by people who have the passion for it, with people who actually see me as an asset in their business, with people because let's face it, in this, I don't want to give it away, but if you already know where I'm going to, in this industry, it's not my expertise. I'm very much part-time in this industry. I do it when I need to, and which is why I said this spirit-led questioning, this spirit-led what's the word? This spirit-led curiosity. No, curiosity is not the word. This spirit-led mindset just so happens to be so that even in my limited knowledge and expertise in the industry, that someone else sees me as an asset in there, and what an opportunity, what a great thing to hear, what a great thing to feel, what a great thing to see, that other people don't see you as a liability. And oh my goodness, because my thing is, I don't want to just go and do stuff, and whether I know the area or not, if I'm not learning, this is what I say, if I'm not learning in a particular space, then I feel I shouldn't be in there. I feel that I should be elsewhere. I should be elsewhere with my skills, with my experience. So much so as to even take smaller opportunities or lesser opportunities in order for me to grow. Woo! So, I'm scared, nervous, excited, ready, not ready. All these things, all these feelings come into play. Heading into the new industry, and man, woo! So I must for me, I feel I must first be if it's spirit-led from the start, then I must be at one with God. I must continue to be at one with God in this spirit-led opportunity. I must move forward with the decision making. Of being one with God. mine at the moment. I feel like I'm about to surrender all that I know and pursue all that I don't know. And what a scary, exciting opportunity I have to do this. To be able to work alongside not only the business owner but also another brother. To be able to support our own families, to be able to support each other, to be able to support the church, to be able to support the business. Woo! And so here comes some scary, exciting times. And let's just say that it's about time. It's about time, I think, that I step into this opportunity. It's about time that I put my best foot forward for this opportunity. It's about time that I go and make this a thing. It's about time. So maybe you're in the same situation or similar situation where maybe you've had the spirit of question. I want that word. You know, when curious, something about questioning when you're. I feel it's not the word. When you go into questioning or curiosity, when you follow through on curiosity, I think I want to say. Maybe you're in that mindset of you feel the spirit on you and you want to go through or follow through with something that the spirit has whispered to you. And I encourage you to just question it. You know, like how kids do. They don't give up until they get the answer. Like it's constant. The questioning until they question it like that, and follow through on it all the way until the end, until you get a definite answer, whether it be a yes or a no, whether it be a maybe. Just follow through on it, because what's the worst that could happen if you follow through on an opportunity? What's the worst that could happen if you ask one more question? Not a child, but what's the worst that could happen if you went all out on the questioning part and without even know what might happen? Maybe you have no idea what might happen, or just question it. I said to my boss, who was getting annoyed because I was questioning him about what's happening with the current employment, and he didn't know he didn't have any definite answer, and I was looking for an answer, and he said I was starting to annoy him with all these questions, and I said to him after he commented that I was starting to annoy him, and I said, that's your role. That's why you are in the position you're in. If an employee has a question, you have to answer it. Sorry, no, I didn't say sorry. That's the position you're in. Whether you like it or not, I'm gonna question everything until I'm satisfied that I have the answer that I need. And with limited knowledge, with limited information, I'm gonna come questioning you about whatever I have in my mind until you can satisfy the doubt or question in my mind, and them's are the breaks, because you're in the role. But let's just say he was very happy, or not. By the time I left we weren't even talking in the office, let's put it that way. Just talking out in the area where we make coffee, and come on. So we have that. Just question everything. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to question it. Don't be feel like you're. Hey, I was told I was starting to annoy him, but don't let anyone else's feelings or judgment stand in the way of you and your questions. Don't let it stand in the way of you trying to get the information that you need. And if they can't give you the information that you need to satisfy your mindset, to satisfy your doubt or question, then find someone who will. Get his boss. Get his boss's boss. Ask around. Just I used Nova, ChatGPT to to get me started with questions, because when I get into question mode, maybe I give off the wrong impression or the wrong energy, but I just just want but which is why I look for advice in places with people and try to take that on board, and sometimes an email just doesn't cut it, because when you email and you don't get a reply till a week later, it's not what I wanted. I want to email you today, and I want you to answer me yesterday. Don't forget to like, comment, share. So let me do that again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. May you have a blessed day in all that you do, wherever you may be, in whichever direction the Spirit may be leading you. See you on the next one. Okay, bye.